Let's rock, baby.
Hey guys, it's YT42 and welcome to Devil May Cry. I'm pretty excited to get to this one. I like this game quite a bit. I've beaten it about 5 times in the past few months, so yeah, I mean, safe to say that I know what I'm doing. I find this game not too bad on normal anymore. That's just because I'm so used to, the game itself. Anyway, let's get started. So these are all the modes I've unlocked. Sorry about that. Which you get from beating the game on hard, and then Dante Must Die mode, which is fun. And as you can see here, we get the options for it. I'm just going to do normal because I can't. I am not playing through this game on the harder difficulties again. Not fun in the slightest.
2 millenniums ago.
So anyway, here's our backstory.
And the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparda. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve. So essentially, 2,000 years ago, the demons of the underworld and the humans of the Earth, the demons started to fight against the humans, and then, uh-oh, that sucks. So one of the demons named Sparda came to protect the humans, and so he did. And that was 2,000 years ago. God knows what happened to him since then. So, yeah.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9.
Also, unfortunately, despite the fact I have subtitles on, they don't actually appear during human dialogue in cutscenes, which is strange.
Whoa, slow down, babe. Well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
I love that delivery. I can't remember the name of the guy who voices Dante here, but he does such a weird job and I love it.
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
So, yeah, Dante, our hero, is about to have his ass handed to him and get impaled. So that's fun.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Sword. Time to go to work, guys.
I love that delivery.
As a
Though.
child, I had
This is
powers.
terrible.
There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help, to put an end to the underworld.
What?
Uh-oh, so it's not easy to tell there, but what's implied is that Trish looks
20
like
years
Dante's
ago,
mother,
Mundus, the
who
Emperor of the
died
Underworld,
20
resurrected.
years ago, at the time of this game.
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparda. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on
Malay Island. So, here we are, Malay Island.
The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go.
So awesome, we got partners together. Just kidding. Don't get used to Trish being on screen very often. she likes to do her own thing and just never show up for most of the game. So here we are. This is Dante. He's got his sword, Force Edge. He can jump and double jump if you jump up against a wall. Hold down R1 to see your status, that's your health, and those are red orbs, which we'll soon figure out. So the thing is with Devil May Cry is that you've got timed button combos. So I'm pressing triangle, triangle, wait, triangle, triangle, triangle. So, or I could do triangle, 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 nope, that was the last one. Triangle, 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 triangle. There you go. So, yeah, and you've got the guns by holding down R1 and pressing shoot. I'm playing this on the PS3, by the way, so that's that. Here's a yellow orb, sacred stone that brings back life after death. The yellow orbs are essentially lives in this game. Also, there's plenty of secrets, so first things first, let's jump up here. Stand here, and you'll get a blue orb fragment, also known as the fragment of life, but it's only 1/4 of the whole piece. When it becomes whole, it will have the power to increase the vitality's maximum limit. So think heart pieces from Zelda. And you know there are a lot of blue orbs or blue orb fragments in this game. I think there's like 40 something, like 44 or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, we've got a mission structure for this game. So, Mission 1, Curse of the Bloody Puppets, break the evil spell and open the cursed door. Alright, I hope you didn't like that starting area because we're never going back out there. There is a blue orb fragment there and a yellow orb. You can get infinite yellow orbs, so don't worry too much about those. But yeah, blue orb fragments, that blue orb fragment there, you won't ever be able to get again. So make sure you do. Anyway, I need 45 red orbs to open this door. So yeah, this little section here is just essentially teaching you how to go and get red orbs. So, redstone used to unlock new skills and doors. To acquire new skills, you must offer the stones to the God of Time. Doesn't really mean anything at the moment, but yeah, essentially all the game is just saying is, you know, run around and get these red orbs. So, also, if we hold down R1, forward, and... just kidding, we don't have it yet. I thought we did. Okay, R1 and back, and then triangle lets you use high time. In order to do like a sort of uppercut with your sword. And if we actually wall jump properly off of this wall, which I'm not doing, I'm used to having a move that we don't have for this section. Yeah, the platforming in this game isn't fantastic. Anyway, come over here, we get another blue orb fragment. I'm not going to be getting all of these, just the ones that I remember. Also, I hope the PS3, or the DualShock 3, I'm sorry, doesn't start freaking out during this, because it was a little bit during testing. Not as bad as something like the Wavebird for the GameCube. My Wavebird, well, you see that there? I was holding forward there, so hopefully nothing bad like that happens. If it does, you know, if the problem persists and the controller starts whacking out, then I'll just go grab the USB cable and hook it up. So yeah, you can't actually fall off ledges, you sort of get stuck on them. Anyway, this statue must be the Watcher of Time. This god knows and remembers all of the past. The words of this god are engraved. Those who desire to acquire the ancient ways of war shall offer the blood of monsters in exchange. It's not responding. I better unseal the door beneath you first. So that's the god of time. Or the statues like that at various points throughout the game, including at the beginning of each mission. On the little mission start screen, so yeah, you use those to upgrade your or gain new abilities or upgrade the stuff that you already have. So obviously we don't have anything yet, so well, we can't unlock it yet because we need these 45 red orbs to open the door. And you might think, you know, this is a little slow. And yeah, this is, you know, it's a little opening here. And it's going to be a little slow because it's teaching you, hey, you're going to need these red orbs, which is a rare mechanic. Also, to do that little long jump, it only happens at certain ledges. If you go right to the end of it and you press the jump button at the end of it, you'll jump. So now we have 45 red orbs. Let's go back down, unlock the door. Also, if you just stand here, what's going to happen? I guess not. On certain doors, if you see that hand there, if you certain doors you just stand next to them, when they're locked like that, that hand will come out and grab you and do a bit of damage, so careful. Also, break down all these armor stands, not armor stands, but those knight's armor statues, and you get a blue orb fragment in one of them, so yeah. Isn't much around here other than the fact that that FMV, 1, looks strange, and 2, it wasn't that windy outside. So anyway, we head up here. And we got this spooky puppet. It's a puppet that resembles the residents of this castle. Does it? How would Dante know about the residents? He hasn't seen any so far. And we won't be seeing any, really, because the residents aren't here. There are no residents on Malay Island. So anyway, there's some more red orbs around here you can get if you want. And there's another one here. Spooky. And we get a rusty key. So yeah, the thing is with Devil May Cry is it was originally meant to be Resident Evil 4, right? So we walk over here. Oh, it attacked us. It was originally meant to be Resident Evil 4, right? And so it still has some elements of trying to be a horror game, but it's not. Listen to this music. So yeah, we can we've got all sorts of attacks here, and I'm just now realizing how hard it is to time your button presses with while you're speaking. So you may note, oh, I'm doing absolutely horrible here. Well, first of all, there's a few things there. There's this style meter going up, which the better you do, the more red orbs that you get. Also influences your ranking at the end of a level. So it goes from D to S. There's different words corresponding to each letter there. So yeah, this game has, you know, it tries to be a horror game at some points. Also, jump in here, there's another blue orb fragment. So now our health bar has been extended a bit. But it's not. This game isn't scary. Which I think really comes from the fact that Dante isn't scared at all. Dante just doesn't care. Because he knows that he can take care of anything that's thrown his way. So, also, there is a auto-targeting mechanic here. Sort of thing. So if I shoot here, Dante is automatically going to go for the demon. So you can sort of juggle enemies in midair with the ebony and ivory pistols. But I mean, it's not very effective. Ebony and ivory just don't do that much damage, so you know, I find that it's just better if you don't use them really. They're good for specific scenarios, but not many. I don't need to be up here. I don't know why I came up here. Go down the stairs. So the thing is with Devil May Cry 1 and I guess 3 as well, is that they can be they're not really great at you know, giving you an idea of where you should be going at all times. This game's the worst with it, but luckily, you know, I've played through this game a million times at this point, so I am pretty confident in remembering the entire path. It has been like 2 months since I last played it, but I'm still pretty confident in knowing where to go. So we come out here, and now we can go to this blue door. Use the rusty key. So yeah, it has elements of puzzle solving. I'm doing air quotes there. And all that amounts to is get this, find this item, and then use it in the appropriate place. So if we kick jump there, we can come up here and get a blue orb fragment. You can see the enemies hanging in the air. But because this game isn't a horror game, the game isn't like, whoa, look at those enemies. Instead, the game's just like, yeah, you're gonna have to fight them later. So anyway, we hit that thing a bunch of times and it activates the platform. So anyway, we come down to this little Colosseum area thing here. So what kind of influences your style meter the most is how many hits of something you get in, and if you get hit, it instantly cancels any style that you had. Also, this is a green orb, it's just health, which is very nice. So, yeah. Is it? No, there's more. So you may be thinking, wow, you're only using like 2 moves, and that's because at the beginning of the game you only really have a few moves. The long pause combos, so the hit, and then wait, and then the hit. This one, no, not that one. This one. That's really the best combo that you have early on. Oh god, he hit me. This one's also alright, the one I just did there. The thing is, I'm so used to the stinger. Sorry, what am I talking about? The sword combos in Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5, because they're all the same combos and the same timing system, where you wait after the first hit before you press the button again. Whereas here, it's you wait after the second hit. And going back from the newer games to this game, it's a little bit to get used to. Oh god, I tell you what, it feels weird to not have this one move that I keep thinking of. So it's been a long time since I've seen the block and attack, if I'm honest, because, whenever I play through this game again, or any of the DMC games again, it's when I've got all my, it's New Game Plus, essentially, so I've got all my stuff from beating the game. So I'll be honest, it feels kind of weird to go back to this, and there's no, I can't do the one move I'm trying to do now, which I guess I won't spoil. It's really much of a spoiler because we'll be getting it in probably like 2 minutes. Alright, so you get ranked at the end of every mission. I didn't do that great there because I didn't get that many orbs and I took quite a while, so what did I get? I got a C, so yeah. This game's pretty harsh with the ranking system. And what you want a really good rank for is just to get a high, or you get the better you do in a level, the more orbs you get. So let's ignore those save files. Okay, all of these are free. You know what, I'll do on the 10th one just to be safe, just in case I don't actually accidentally save over anything else. So there we go. So yeah, you get the opportunity to save at the end of every mission. You can save midway through playing in the mission, but when you reset the game and you come back to it, it just sends you back to the beginning of the mission. So there you go. Alright, so we can't actually upgrade Force Edge, unfortunately, which is still, I guess it makes sense for something later on, but we can go to the extra menu here, we can buy any of these items. So we get these items here, they're all one-use items that you can use, and they get more expensive the more that you buy. So say this is 700 now, but if I keep buying them, it's gonna eventually go up in price. So that really discourages you from using these one-use items. This will recover Devil Trigger, which is something we don't have yet. Recovers health. Gets rid of all the enemies in the room, and this makes you invincible for a short period of time. These are pretty invaluable on Dante Must Die, especially for the final boss. But we're not doing that. I don't want to use any of these items in the entire game if I can help it. I really shouldn't have to. So this is a blue orb. We can buy blue orbs. you can. There's a set amount that you can buy, and the rest of them you have to collect the fragments for. Purple orb increases Devil Trigger, something we don't have yet, and yellow orbs you can buy them, but you can also find them in levels. So you know, I find that.